President Trump called the state Secretary of State, pressuring him to find enough votes to overturn Joe Biden's win in the state.
And as Fox's Sal Giangrasso reports, its latest step in the president's unprecedented efforts to reverse the outcome of a free and fair election.
I just want to find 11,780 votes. Those words just part of an hour-long phone call between President Trump and Georgia's Secretary of State Saturday. In his latest attempt to overturn the outcome of the presidential election, President Trump urged fellow Republican Brad Raffensperger to change the state's vote count, handing him a victory over the winner, Joe Biden.
If we could just go over some of the numbers, I think it's pretty clear that we won. We won very substantially, Georgia. We have at least two or three, anywhere from 250 to 300,000 ballots were dropped mysteriously into the rolls.
The president has repeatedly tried to dispute Biden's win in Georgia, alleging voter fraud, ballot disappearance, and other unproven claims. In response, the state has recounted its votes 3 times and conducted multiple audits of the election results. Raffensperger himself refused to adhere to the president's request, tweeting, quote, "Respectfully, President Trump, what you're saying is not true. The truth will come out." Biden's team also responding to the phone call. In a statement, Biden's senior advisor Bob Bauer said, quote, "We now have irrefutable proof of a president pressuring and threatening an official of his own party to get him to rescind a state's lawful certified vote count and fabricate another in its place. It captures the whole disgraceful story about Donald Trump's assault on American democracy." The conversation comes just days before Georgia's runoff elections that will determine the balance of power in the Senate, and before Congress will meet to formally certify Biden's victory in the Electoral College. Sal Giangrasso, Fox 2 News.